Do you remember the 21st night of September? I mean, I really don't. I guess the dude like fell in love from Earth, Wind, and Fire on that. But speaking of fire, we have 15 Nintendo Switch games coming out in the month of September. And wow, some of these games I forgot about, some of these games you've never heard of, but a lot of these games are bangers. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like and share the video. Yes, my beard is pretty thin right now. I trimmed it down. And let's talk about the 15 upcoming Nintendo Switch games for the month of September. We're going to kick things off on September 2nd with a sequel to Rico with Rico London. Now, if you never played the original Rico, it was actually pretty cool how it sort of played out. It's essentially a cop game with cel-shaded graphics, but it looks really good. It kind of reminds me of that game 13 that came out that got like a horrible remake, and I don't know what they did with that. That's supposed to come out on the Switch sometime as well, but Rico London is basically a buddy cop game in which you're taking out underground London gangsters. There's sorts of slow-mo kills like you would see in Max Payne. It takes place in a first-person perspective, and since this is a buddy cop game, you can play as two different characters, and there is local co-op in the game as well, which should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of different ways you can get through the levels of the game as well, so I kind of like that open-end feeling that the game has when you're inside of these levels. And you know, the first game was really fun, and like I said, I think Rico London is going to expand upon that. And of course, you can listen to Speaker Knocker's The Rico Trilogy while playing this game, because that's the best Rico song. I don't like the Meek Mill one, Drake, you know. Give me Speaker Knocker's Rico Trilogy. Good storytelling there. But yes, Rico London comes out on September 2nd, and if you like what you see, you might want to pick up this game. Yo, Adrian, I made it to the Nintendo Switch! Because Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champions comes out on September 3rd. Now, judging by the name of this game, you can tell that there are 20 different characters from both the Creed and Rocky movies. I hope the robot from Rocky 3 is there. Happy birthday, Polly. I can't believe they're getting rid of that robot. Like, they're trying to retcon it. Like, the robot was cool. Leave the robot alone. There's nothing wrong with it. But basically, according to the listing for this game, it features intuitive pick-up and play controls with robust boxing mechanics, which, I mean, that kind of counteracts each other. It sounds like it's trying to be a deep game, but it's also trying to be a simple game. Now, there's different boxing styles and combos that you can use. There's fighter-specific super finishers for some cinematic knockouts. Of course, the levels will take place within the Rocky universe as well. Look, I love the Rocky movies. I love the Creed movies. And yes, this game was originally a mobile game, I believe, but you know what? Maybe they've improved it for the Nintendo Switch. I'm not saying that this is a must-buy for the system in the month of September, but it's a game you might want to have on your radar. At least check out the reviews for it when it comes out, because it definitely has potential. Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champions comes out on September 3rd. On September 7th, Sonic Colors Ultimate comes out, and you know what? This game rules. Like, this game is super good. This game originally came out on the Wii, and everyone fell in love with it because it was a game that sort of brought Sonic back to the limelight, and it was like, hey, you know what? Sega can actually make a good Sonic game, and this was proof of it. Plus, it had an amazing theme song. The colors seem so bright. Like, it was a pop punk song. It was absolutely awesome. I listen to that song all the time. It's super good. This game features updated graphics over the original release. There's a new game mode, there's new gameplay features, and like I said, this game rules. So I am definitely looking forward to picking up this game on the Nintendo Switch. This is definitely a must-buy for the month of September, and Sonic Colors Ultimate will be dashing onto your Nintendo Switch on September 7th. Before we get into the next game on our list, I want to give a huge thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. What is Surfshark VPN? I'm glad you asked. I've said it before and I'll say it again. RGT wants you to be protected when you're surfing the internet, and Surfshark VPN was kind enough to sponsor today's video, and they will give you that protection. Surfshark VPN is a fast and easy to use VPN service that you can use on a variety of devices. I have it on my PC right here. I simply just click a button and bam, now I'm protected online. Aside from just protecting your data online, Surfshark VPN also allows you to access things like Netflix and Hulu from other regions to get more content, plus tons more of additional features. And right now, by using the link in the description box down below and the code RGT, you can get Surfshark VPN at an 83% discount, which is the cheapest you can get it anywhere. Plus, you get 3 extra months for free. One membership allows you to hook up all your devices to your account, whether it's a cell phone, a desktop, a laptop, or even your Xbox or PlayStation console. So protect yourself with Surfshark VPN. Check out the link in the description box down below, and huge thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. On September 9th, Bloodrayne Betrayal Fresh Bites will be hitting the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game originally came out in 2011, and upon first glance, I was kind of like, you know, it looks good if you like this sort of art style. Some people feel that this is sort of a cheap Flash style art style or whatever, but you know, it's definitely beauty is in the eye of the beholder with this game. But I can definitely see why some people might think, oh, you know, this is just sort of a cheap game to cash in on the Bloodrayne franchise. However, this is a way forward game, and if you know anything about Way Forward, the developers of the Shantae series, you would know that, well, Way Forward makes really good games, so that sort of piqued my interest in this game again. And so this is a 2D hack and slash adventure game set within the Bloodrayne universe, and honestly, I think this game could end up being really good. They've improved upon a lot of things from the original release back in 2011, and I think the gameplay of this game will definitely stand out because it's a Way Forward game. Bloodrayne Betrayal Fresh Bites, you get it, Fresh Bites, will be coming out on the Nintendo Switch on September 9th. Also on September 9th, we have a game called Glow coming out. Now, you might be saying to yourself, oh, RGT, this looks like a smaller indie production. You know, you've been pretty good at giving us bangers. I thought this was all bangers, but there's a reason that this game is on the list, and that is actually because I am friends with the creator of this game. There's a YouTube channel named Chronic Spartan, who I've been talking to for, you know, a little while now, actually probably like a year plus, and he's a super good dude, and his game is actually coming out on the Nintendo Switch. It's basically a puzzle game featuring a light mechanic. There's going to be over 100 levels as well. So I just wanted to give my buddy some shine on this. Congratulations, dude, for releasing a game on the Nintendo Switch. Like, that has to be just a absolute crazy feeling. And if you like these sort of games, Glow will be coming out on the Nintendo Switch on September 9th. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid. I don't know the rest of the words to this. Life is Strange, True Colors comes out on September 10th, and you know what? I can't force myself to care about this game. I know there are tons of people out there that love this franchise. That is why I am including it on this list. This is the latest entry in the Life is Strange franchise, but I just don't care. Like, I have enough problems in my own personal life. I don't need to take on another character's problems within the game that really might be more minuscule than my problems are, because, I don't know, I'm just kind of a selfish person. But yeah, Life is Strange, True Colors, September 10th. Yeah. Also on September 10th, we have WarioWare Get It Together coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, I was not really interested in this game. You know, I like the WarioWare games. I always thought they were fun on handhelds, but the WarioWare games on consoles just never really resonated with me. I felt like it was sort of hard to get that fun feeling that you got from the handheld versions of the game on a console, because they're essentially just like little micro games. You know, they're just off-the-wall crazy things that you're doing within these games, trying to do them within the time limit to get to advance and unlock more stuff in the game. But there is a demo available for WarioWare Get It Together. We just covered it recently on the channel, and you know what? I had more fun with this game than I thought I would. So maybe this game is worth a look. There's going to be local multiplayer in this game as well, so you can play with a friend, and it is a $50 game. The replay value will definitely be very interesting to see, you know, how in-depth things can get with this game, if they will be adding in more content to this game as well as time goes on, as possibly free DLC. But WarioWare Get It Together is Nintendo's big game for the month of September. Comes out on September 10th, and you might want to check it out. NBA 2K22 comes out on September 10th, and I mean, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm obviously really looking forward to this game, playing as Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker now on the Knicks as well. It's going to be very fun to play with these new free agents. Of course, all the people that we re-signed as well. Derrick Rose, Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks, Julius Randle. He's got to get a stat boost. Yeah, you know, he kind of didn't show off in the playoffs. But hey, you know what? He played a great season. He was an MVP contestant for the MVP award in 2020 and 2021's year. So like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. This is a double dip game for me. I always check out the Nintendo Switch version, and I also will be getting it on my Xbox Series X because I like to play it portably, and I also like to play it, you know, with the 4K fancy graphics and stuff like that. But yes, NBA 2K22, probably 90% of you guys don't care about this game, but I do care about it, and it comes out on September 10th. On September 14th, Colors Live will be coming out on the Nintendo Switch, and I think this is a pretty cool game. If you like sort of art style stuff, you know, maybe a little bit of a Mario Paint feel, I think Colors Live might actually end up being a really addictive game. You can share your artwork online with other people. There's like a felt pen that comes with the physical version for the Nintendo Switch, where you can sort of draw on your Nintendo Switch when playing it in handheld mode to sort of make more intricate graphics and intricate designs and things like that. It's not a game that's going to set the world on fire or anything like that, but I think art style and art games like this are important because we all want to see a new Mario Paint. Like, where's a new Mario Paint? I think that would be awesome on the Switch as well. But to sort of scratch your Mario Paint itch, Colors Live will be available on September 14th. Also on September 14th, Cruis'n Blast is coming to the Nintendo Switch as a Nintendo Switch exclusive, and there's a dinosaur on one of the racetracks. Like, that's all you really need to do to make me interested in the game. Put a dinosaur on the racetrack, put a dinosaur in the game. Like, that was one of the coolest things about Super Mario Odyssey, was a freaking dinosaur in it. Like, that was awesome. And Cruis'n Blast is an arcade racing game where you go across different crazy sorts of levels, and one of those levels has a dinosaur. Plus, I really enjoy the Cruis'n franchise. I've been playing since Cruis'n USA. Cruise on! Yeah, the USA. So I'm singing a lot in this video today. So I'm definitely looking forward to Cruis'n Blast. It is a budget title coming in at just $39.99 as well. It's an arcade racing game, sort of a afterthought within the world of racing video games in the modern era. But Cruis'n Blast looks to bring that sort of gameplay style back on September 14th. On September 16th, we have Eastward coming out on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game actually ended the latest Nintendo Indie presentation that we got, and a lot of people seem to be very interested in this game, but it was definitely a game that I was unfamiliar with. But after watching the trailer for this game, I became familiar with it because I think it looks really cool. It's a single-player, dual-character sort of action RPG. There's puzzle solving, there's dungeon elements as well. You go across a bunch of different locales, you meet a bunch of different characters. It has like a pixel art style, but like modern 3D lighting, so it kind of, you know, is an interesting dichotomy between these two things. And I think this game just looks really clean, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, I was pretty unfamiliar with this title when it was showcased during the Nintendo World Indie presentation, but a lot of people seem to be very interested in this game. So I'm guessing this sort of has a cult following going to it, and I hope that the cult following translates into good sales for this game because it definitely has a very cool aesthetic to it. Eastward comes out on September 16th. On September 17th, No Kuni II Revenant Kingdom Princess Edition comes out on the Nintendo Switch, and it looks awesome. It's a beautiful open-worldish RPG. It's a Bandai Namco game, so I can only show a brief little clip of gameplay because Bandai Namco will come along and say, hey, you can't use our trailer. Why would you talk about our game? But yes, this game did release on other platforms, but if you didn't play it on the other platforms or you don't own the other platforms and you're looking for a great RPG, No Kuni II is definitely a game worth checking out on September 17th. Also on September 17th, we have Nexomon coming out, and judging by the name of this game, you could sort of tell what it is. It's like a Pokemon game. You collect different Nexomon within the Nexomon universe, and you battle them against each other. Now, I will say I like the art style of this game. It sort of combines like a more modern look to it when in battles with a retro aesthetic when you're actually in the overworld of the game, so I think that's pretty cool. And, you know, if you're looking for a Pokemon game, maybe Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl aren't really interesting you, like someone like me, because you've played these games or you just don't care about traditional Pokemon games that you've already played before, Nexomon could end up filling a void for you when it comes to playing a Pokemon style game. And like I said, Nexomon comes out on September 17th. On September 23rd, Diablo 2 Resurrected will be coming out on the Nintendo Switch, and of course there's a lot of controversy around this game. There's lots of light of negative actions that were done at both Activision and Blizzard, some horrible things, so I feel like those people need to be held accountable, but we also have to remember that there are good, honest people that work at Blizzard. The vast majority of people that work at these companies are not bad people. There's just a few rotten apples that need to be dealt with when it comes to also, you know, just how to act like a human and sort of legal issues as well. There's a lot of drama, a lot of controversy surrounding pretty much anything Activision or Blizzard will be doing for the rest of 2021, but I think it's good to have these discussions and sort of feel, you know, if you want to buy the game, that's cool with me. If you want to boycott the company, that's cool with me too. Diablo 2 Resurrected comes out on September 23rd. It's your money. Spend it how you feel appropriate. And finally, on September 30th, we have Darksiders 3 hitting the Nintendo Switch, making the Darksiders trilogy complete on the system now. Now, Darksiders 3 was kind of different than the first two Darksiders games, which are already out on the Nintendo Switch, in that it was more of a Souls-style game. You know, they sort of switched up the gameplay. Some people liked it, some people really didn't, but I actually never got around to playing Darksiders 3, so I'm interested to see if this is a game that I will enjoy playing. I will be picking it up on the Nintendo Switch, because this was a game that was designed with the PS4 and the Xbox One in mind, and I always find it very fascinating when games that were designed with those systems in mind come over to the Nintendo Switch, because it's like, how good is this port going to be? Is it going to be a top tier port, or is it going to be something that, you know, is forgettable and passable when it comes to the Nintendo Switch library of games? The game features a bunch of DLC from the original game as well. It's a pretty stout version of the game. Also, it will be a budget priced at $39.99, so this game may be worth taking a look at on the Nintendo Switch. It could end up being a really fun game, and like I said, I've never checked it out before, so I will be checking out Darksiders 3 on September 30th. Alrighty, so those are 15 games coming to the Nintendo Switch in the month of September, and your wallet might be suffering a little bit. I think there's a great variety of titles, from new stuff to ports to remasters. Pretty much anything you want to play, any style of game you want to play, will be releasing on the system in the month of September. So let me know in the comments section down below what games you plan on picking up, and as always guys, thank you for checking out this video. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like and share the video as well, as that does help out the channel. Huge thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video as well. Make sure you guys check out the link in the description box down below to get Surfshark VPN at the cheapest price you can get it at. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.